Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. It is Saturday morning. Hope everybody's about ready to kick off a great weekend. I will be 100% honest with you. I started reading something, and I've been reading it all night long. It's actually 5 a.m., and I'm just now recording my video, and it should go up in about an hour. So hoping once this is done to be able to get to sleep. It's hard to put stuff down once you get reading stuff and don't want to stop. So today, got a great video though planned out for you guys. I wanted to talk a little bit about what I believe the best silver is to buy. The best deal that you can get, the answer, I guess you can say, to new stackers. All kinds of new stackers always ask this question. What should I be buying? Bars, rounds, coins? Should I put them in capsules? Does it matter? Should I put them in, keep them in plastic? What's the best way to do this? So I kind of wanted to touch base and talk a little bit about this today. Some of you guys that are pros that have been stacking for a while, you probably already have an answer to this. However, usually there's a few little tips and tricks that I talk about that aren't really related, because you guys know when I start rambling, I can ramble on. It's just natural for me to talk. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button. It's Saturday morning. I love to kick my weekends off with a lot of thumbs up on a video. It helps the algorithm and it helps get some more views, especially this time of the month when my views are already behind the curve for the monthly gold. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so it's a common question. Everybody always asks this. What's the best silver to buy? You know, I gotta say, everybody is prepping or planning for something different. Some people are planning for the price of silver just to continue to skyrocket. And I say continue because, I mean, just this year we started out at $22 and now we're over 29, almost 30. That's a pretty good climb. Were we higher? Absolutely. Did it pull back a little bit? Yes, it's a buying opportunity. Those of us that have been stacking for a while, we love it when it pulls back because that's the opportunity for us to get even more. If today was the day that silver just skyrocketed, well, today wouldn't be the day because it's Saturday, but if, let's say, Sunday night, Monday, the price of silver just skyrocketed to 50, 70, 100, 150, that's it. Your opportunity is over. You have what you have. Now, yeah, you can keep stacking, but at $150 an ounce, you ain't going to be getting much. I mean, I look at my stack today and I tell myself how I'm grateful that I started stacking when I did. And I talk to people on the channel that tell me that they started stacking when it was $5 an ounce. And I'm just in awe that, you know, now they could have gotten 6 ounces, whereas today I can only get 1 for that same amount of money. So obviously their stacks are going to be bigger. With that being said, when I started stacking, it was 3 to 1. It was 3. I could get, 2. Let me start over here. It was $15 an ounce. So I essentially was able to get 2 for every 1 that people can get today. Now, that just goes to show that it's getting harder and harder and harder to get. When I would drop $100, that would get me 6 ounces. Today, I get 3 for $100. You know, you can see that it is getting more expensive, and there's going to be a lot of people that will talk negative about silver and gold because they're looking to get rich quick. Those are the type of people that are just wanting to go buy a lottery ticket and win overnight. Speaking of that, hopefully someone on the channel is a billionaire, as Mega Millions just got up to over $1 billion. But as more and more people start to buy, there's the second approach to this. The second approach is, are you going to have to barter it? Are you buying it for a prepping scenario? So those are the two things that you have to consider. Are you buying it because you know the price is just going to go up because it's inevitable that it will? Or are you buying it because you might have to barter it? Now, the ultimate best silver to buy, because I know some people out there are probably watching this video saying, man, get to the best one to buy. In my opinion, the best answer is buy what you can get the most for your money. Now, I know people like collectible rounds. They like American Silver Eagles, or they like some specialty limited edition coin. But the truth of the matter is, both scenarios, mostly get what you can get the most for your money. Especially if you're starting out stacking. You need to get as much silver as you can under your belt as quick as you can. We are not far off, I don't believe, from seeing another big jump. If another big jump comes, that's it. It's going to get even harder to buy silver. Take a look at what's going on with collectibles right now as the economy starts to slump. Yeah, silver and gold's doing great. They're both going up. Collectibles are not going up as fast right now. Collectibles are great when times are good and, everything's going smooth and people have extra money. But once things start tightening up, you need the most silver for your buck. Now, does it matter if it's a 10-ounce bar, a 1-ounce bar, or 1-ounce round, or generic silver versus whatever? The truth of the matter is, as much silver as you can get for your money. You got to understand, at the end of the day, when this starts to really skyrocket, if you have 100 ounces versus 200 ounces, you're going to be in a better position with 200 ounces. So the more you can get, the better. That means you have to watch out for the premiums. Premiums are the price over spot that you pay. So if spot price right now is $29.50 and you're paying $31.50, well, then you're paying $2 over spot. And if there's another coin that's only $1 over spot, then I would consider getting that if I was you. Now, obviously, there is no right and wrong answer to this, because the truth of the matter is, if you're stacking precious metals, you're probably in the right, because it is a safe haven asset. I know there's a lot of people that are going to try to talk you into putting your money into Bitcoin instead, and they'll tell you, if you had bought in Bitcoin 10 years ago, you would be a millionaire today. Okay, if you had bought in 1,000 other cryptos 10 years ago, you could be broke. I mean, literally, a lot of them have been rug pulled. A lot of them have been shut down. A lot of them have been scams. Look at all the different cryptos that are out there. And yeah, Bitcoin has done well. But what's to say Bitcoin won't someday crash as well? In fact, right now, at the time of shooting this video, we're at 94,000. So I'm sure when you guys watch this, it's still going to be right around 94,000. And the last two big crashes happened right around Christmas. Christmas of 17 and Christmas of 2020. So who knows if this is going to be the next one, Christmas of 2024. And then they'll be saying basically every 4 years we see a big crash. There's going to be a lot of people when that crash comes that are going to be left holding the bag. And they could wait 3-4 years before it comes back. And they can't sell, so they'll be stuck holding. With precious metals, we're just getting started, I think. Another thing that I always like to look at, which one has the best probability of doubling in the next year? Think about percentage gains. Do you think that Bitcoin at $94,000 is going to double in the next year? Or do you think silver at a measly $29 could double next year, especially after what we've seen this year? Yeah, we're seeing a small fraction of the pullback. And I'll be honest, Bitcoin right now, 15% pullback to cryptocurrency people, they'll tell you 15% is nothing. And if you're gambling a little bit on cryptocurrencies, well, that's understandable. I mean, I gamble a little bit on lottery tickets. But if you don't have a certain amount of precious metals already put up, you got to be careful. Because when this game comes to an end, and it will eventually come to an end, that's it. Can you imagine if all of a sudden our currency was what happened in Venezuela, in Weimar, Germany, in Zimbabwe, Libya? There's a lot of countries out there where they had decent currency, things were going good, and all of a sudden their currency got devalued and watered down instantly. That's the easiest thing government can do to pay down their debt, to not have to break some bad news to someone about how they're canceling Social Security or they're canceling some social program that maybe people use. The easiest thing for them to do is just to print more money, water it down, maybe devalue the currency, and it wasn't my fault. Nobody wants to be the bearer of bad news. I don't know if you know what happened to the messenger in the movie 300. It didn't end well for him. So, with that being said, you gotta acquire ounces. Now, this is not a fear topic because I'm not out to fearmonger anybody. At the end of the day, even if you don't buy silver, you put all your money that you have in cryptocurrencies and it crashes. And the dollar changes, and now that's it. We're on a new monetary system. Silver goes to the moon, and you didn't buy any. It's not going to be the end of the world. You'll just have to work harder, go do a different job. You'll have missed a golden opportunity or a silver opportunity to have had an opportunity to get something and to get ahead. And then you'll be kind of beating your head on the wall saying, why didn't I stack a little bit more when I had the chance? Why didn't I listen to people when they tried explaining it to me? The truth of the matter is, the majority of YouTubers, when you look at a YouTuber, if they don't have 100,000 views, 100,000 subscribers, they're not a big channel. And they're just doing this just to try to help people. I mean, I'll be honest, yeah, I'd like to get there someday to be a big channel. But the truth of the matter is, I do this to help people. And once you realize that, then you understand, does he have a motive? Do I make anything if you go buy? No, I'm not trying to push you into some mining stocks, or I'm not trying to sell you on some company to start using them. I don't really care where you get your silver from. If you buy silver, if you buy gold, what you buy. I tell you guys my thoughts and opinions because I think ultimately they're going to be the most effective. I spend a lot of time reading this type of stuff, paying attention to what's going on, following the DXY, following the price of metals. I even follow cryptos. I just feel that cryptos right now are so overvalued that's it. There's nothing stopping them from having a major devastating pullback. And anybody that thinks it can't happen just has to look at 17 or 20. And here's the thing. When it crashed in, we'll say 17, 18. I say 17. It started crashing around Christmas. But in 2018, there were people that were really regretting having bought cryptos. Yeah, if they held it for the whole time, they rode it all the way back up, and they got told how this time it's going to go to the moon, $1 million Bitcoin, and then it came crashing back down. And then years later, 4 years later, today, essentially we had it run all the way back up to 110,000. And now it's back down to 94. Which way is it going to go next? Is it going to really blow through the 110? Or every time it crosses 100, is it getting major sold off? Are a lot of people selling and taking profits? And then they're going to wait for the price to come down to an opportunity to buy. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin tank in one day, drop all the way down, maybe 2 days, all the way down to 70 to 80 grand. And then all of a sudden, a lot of new money will flush in because people think, oh, it can't go down any lower. Why? Because I don't know why they think stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, it's not physical. It's not really needed. Once the Bitcoin is generated, it really has no purpose except for speculation. That someone is willing to pay more money for it. Eventually, there's not a bigger fool. And I hate to use that word, a bigger fool, but at the end of the day, there's just not, at this point in time, someone willing to pay even more money for it. Even the guys like Sailor and all your big Bitcoin enthusiasts, they're looking for dips. And until a dip comes, that's when they're going to buy more. When it plunges, some people say, oh, they're propping it up. Maybe they're propping up. Maybe they're looking for a dip. Because I can tell you if silver dips down to, 27 overnight, a lot of us are all going to run out and buy. It goes to 25, we're going to be taking loans out. It goes to 20, I might put a mortgage on my house. And some people say that's dumb. Maybe it is. Maybe it ain't. Who knows? But the more ounces you have when everything goes crazy, the better off you're going to be. And that's why it's important. The best silver, in my opinion, to buy is whatever silver you can get for the cheapest. I mean, right now you can pick up generic 90%, just whatever. Tell them, hey, I need some 90% silver, whatever I can get. I'm looking to get it as close to spot. This is good because I can break it up. It's small, it's fractional, it's silver. But you know what? Sometimes it's rounds, sometimes it's bars. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever I can get the biggest bang for my buck. Because here's the thing. If stuff gets ugly and the price comes down, what do you think you'll have a better chance at recouping your money? The cheaper stuff or the more expensive stuff? With that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm hoping I can get it up in time. We'll see what happens. I got about an hour left. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody, and have a great day. Bye-bye.